All right, hello. It's Wednesday, and we're back for more video games. If you're not watching live, we just came out of watching the 30 minutes little Xbox partner preview thing, and now that's done. And so it was another event where people are like, "Well, maybe Silk Song will be there," and that that's not a real thing. Silk Song, it was never a thing. Like people talk like, oh, you remember Silk Song? That's like a weird. That's not a. That's no one's making a game called Silk Song. We haven't had Silk Song around here for 50 years. Like ghosts, man. I don't know, man. There's some video games that I we'll check out here. Let's give this a look. This came out yesterday. I don't really know what to make of it, but I never do. Or I guess, like, I don't know, as time goes on, I am just less sure of what to make of these games. And like, or rather, like, people's enthusiasm for the WWE video game franchise. You know, people just going like, oh man, the new one's coming out. And like, I don't know, man. Like, people seem to like it. I think there's just a fundamental disconnect with me and this game, or you know, what I'm looking to get out of a wrestling game, and so on and so forth. Let's see what we got, a day or so later here in terms of created characters. Description: Eric Draven from The Crow includes Brandon Lee's movie incarnation along with his original James O'Barr graphic novel appearance for the attires. Enjoy. Why don't we'll move to most downloaded. All right. You like this? Turn on streamer mode. It's too late. We already this music will already trigger some kind of, like, I could start the video over. We're like, it's too late. WWE Royal Rumble 24 plus custom fixed Pepsi tat. Sick. I mean, CM Punk is going to be in the game later. They're adding him in as DLC. Hey man, Post Malone curated this soundtrack. If you don't like it, take it up with him. Like this, like there are people that listen to this and like are into it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like I don't." It seems like a weird fit for menus in a wrestling game, I guess, but I don't know. Oh, how's this Swerve? How's this Swerve look? Okay. All right. at a distance. Like, is this this isn't Post Malone though, is it? He just curated the soundtrack. I'm sure there is some Post Malone on here, but options. Oh, that was Post Malone, huh? That's what Post Malone sounds like now? Is it? This is the type of music Post Malone's making now? That's a oh man. Sure. Okay. Sure, Posty. All right. I don't know. Maybe they'll have the new Elder Scrolls here for you, dude. Well, I don't know. Let's listen to all this now that we're here. Okay. I don't know, man. Like, the thing I want, you know, when it comes to like a wrestling game soundtrack, and I get that they probably actually want to expand it beyond this and not just have that be the vibe of it, but let's hear this other Post Malone. Is Post Malone sad now? What happened? I thought Post Malone was like happy-go-lucky, and I'm just this fucking dude, man. This is what Post Malone is. What did you do to Post Malone? Who hurt Post Malone? And what can we do to them to get him back to the bullshit he was making before this bullshit? I could see this being in a wrestling game, I guess. You could see like those dipshit Vikings walking out to this. The QAnon Viking squad, whatever they're called now. Join the hashtag, join the raid. Okay. Ah. Ah. I was gonna say, the thing I want out of a wrestling game soundtrack, or the thing that seems appropriate when I think about it, is just some straight up fucking butt rock, man. Which this kind of has. You know, once we get past the intro, this kind of sucks in a way that like makes sense. Sure, you could navigate a menu to this music. This song seems all right. Oh, really? Why didn't they, they put what the fuck is they put Poppy on some of the NXT pay-per-views or something. But I guess that was not this year or something, so maybe Post Malone hates Poppy. I mean, he created the soundtrack, so if you don't like it, then that's on him. There's like one good Grimes song, and it's the one where she's at the hockey game. This seems like something you could navigate a menu to. I think if I were if I had the freedom to curate a soundtrack, and I were Post Malone, assuming Post Malone is into it, and I want to think he's into it, but I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know Post Malone. I don't know what the fuck Post Malone is into. If I were him, I would record a cover of the fucking Dick Diggity Dog song from the N64 games. I think that would be funny if Post Malone recorded a cover of that song. Okay. This is a good song. This is a great song. But it's just, it's also kind of weirdly out of place here.
Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know what?
This is not the song I would choose. If we're picking a 100 Gex track to put on this soundtrack, it's a hell of a song. But if this is the one that Post Malone chose, then again, someone needs to get to Posty and cheer him up. Someone needs to be like, hey, man. Like... I would also probably take something from the new record, but, Yeah, someone get Post Malone like a cotton candy and like a popcorn and walk him around. Also, the song has a fair amount. A bunch of these songs have a fair amount of cursing in them, which doesn't fit with the T rating the game is going for. Oh, we can just listen to all these. So, we can also just set all the menu music to be this shit. I am like Seth Rollins in that I find it impossible to recognize a lot of the music that the WWE is using these days. I think WWE needs to get back on their fucking weird, like, let's get real artists to cover our wrestling themes kick, and they should have had Post Malone cover this song. Well, like, there's just a lot of fucking... I mean, not that people are hearing Akira Tozawa's music all that often these days, which is a shame, but like, who is this? Who the fuck is this guy? Is this like a guy who works at 2K that they put in the game or something? Whatever. There we go. I like that this sounds like they sourced it off a fucking broken cassette tape and like accidentally inverted the waveform. This, if you're wearing headphones and listening in stereo, you might also agree with me that this sounds like shit. This is a fucking terrible recording of this song. What the fuck? Like, are you telling me that they don't have a better fucking cleaner copy of this somewhere? It sounds like straight up an inverted, like it like the stereo the sound stage of this stereo song like just sounds completely fucked. As I say, what's Bobby's music? But I guess.
Can you dig it, sucker?
It's a great Kids in the Hall skit. This music. That's good that they have the Wolfpack music for this version of Bray Wyatt. It's very funny. Yeah, man. This. I guess they would have used this one much more recently than the Big Boss Man music, so this recording doesn't sound as fucked up as that one. Not a great mix, though. Well, whatever. I guess Bischoff's probably in the showcase mode or something, right? Either they make him a playable character. I don't know. All right, we got that version of it. Oh, Hurricane. Like who?
JC Jane.
Sure. This fucking guy. I know that they make fun of it on TV, but this guy, this video, this picture does not, I think, fully capture the size of this man's head. He is on some fucking straight up NBA Jam shit. Okay, I got that. They got a lot. There's a lot of John Cena's in here, huh? What is? Okay, maybe that's used as. Maybe that's just I don't remember specifically how that was used. Okay, I was gonna. They do have this version of Nash also, huh? Yeah. Look at fucking Luke Gallows. The question I ask every time I see Luke Gallows is, do you think he thinks that facial hair, do you think he thinks that that fucking thing is actually cool? Or does he think it's like a good thing to have specifically because he's a wrestler? You know what I mean? Does he legitimately think that's good, or I don't remember Logan Paul's music. Okay.
Holy sidekick, Hurricane. It's Mighty Molly.
Blasting. See, this sucks. Listen to this track. Did he use this in 02? Like, I super don't remember. Like, what was Randy Orton's music before it was this fucking dumb song? I want to hear these classic themes to see if they got good recordings of them at least. I mean, they've put these tracks out on CD and shit over the years. Like, there's a version of that Big Boss Man theme that doesn't sound fucked up like that. Oh, that's cool that they've got, like, I guess this is like NXT era, or even was she in NXT in 2017? It seems like a long time ago. Had to highlight this dude to figure out who it was. Like, oh, right, okay, Ridge Holland, okay. Hey, Steamboat. Hell of a timekeeper, that Ricky Steamboat. You're not going to convince me that Sangha is a real person. Oh, the Mae Young Classic was 2017? Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. Oh, they put a McMahon in this game, huh?
Here we go.
I guess if they're doing WrestleMania moments or whatever, they probably kind of have to, don't they? There's a screenshot going around of a moment in the showcase mode because they blur out a lot of weird shit of faces of people who are not in the company and whatever else. And there's a picture of going around that is Charlotte Flair, and next to her is Vince McMahon, and his face is blurred out. And you're like, okay, yeah. But yeah, I'm told that Brock Lesnar does show up in the showcase mode. He's just not a playable character. How many Shawn Michaels did they put in this game? Just 4, huh? Sexy Boy Pulse Enigma. Okay, yeah. I was like, are this different recordings of it? They don't have the, I mean, I guess none of these are era appropriate, because even by 94, he was probably using this version of the music, right? I like the Sherry version. I think that's fun. Oh, yeah, all right. Look, man, I feel the same way. The Stardust situation, I feel the same way about Stardust as I feel about the movie Dragnet. Tom Hanks likes to talk shit about how he hates the movie Dragnet, but the movie Dragnet is fucking fantastic. Stardust was fucking fantastic. For as much as Cody Rhodes went on to say how much he hated it and he was at a low and all like all of that stuff, like I get it. I get it. Like that, I think from a backstage perspective, I think that makes sense. But I think he I think he did a really fucking good job with like all that fucking cosmic key shit and him being a little lizard man. Like he fucking nailed it. He was a weirdo at a time where they didn't have nearly enough fucking weirdos. Like he was so good in that role. It was so much fun to fucking watch. And I think that's how you know Cody's a fucking professional, is that you hear him talk about how much he hated it and how depressed he was about the whole thing and how he was this joke character that was in his brother's shadow after all these years being in his dad's shadow. Like it makes sense, right? You're just like, oh yeah, I see why you would fucking hate that or whatever. But like, he did a fantastic fucking job. Didn't want to pay for her version of Legs, I guess. But I guess did she ever? I mean, she came out to that when they were promoting that weird album, right? So I guess that makes sense. So okay, we've got 3 different. This is the one off that weird album. Like, was it? Yeah, is this Disturbed? Yeah. Yeah. Such a terrible fuck. I mean, I don't know. Disturbed is fucking so awful. Disturbed is so fucking terrible. So I guess this is okay. So we've got our '97 version, Hell Frozen. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not up on my variants of the Stone Cold music. So this is like your original version. It's not nearly as fucking thrashy, not nearly as pompous. It's like, hey man, it's '97. We just made this for this guy. And then you get to. Yeah, I mean, it's a different recording. Yeah. It's different, but yeah, chunkier, I guess, is probably the word, huh? 6. This sounds like we're playing a DOS game, circa 1993. Ah, the Mac Militants, yes.
You know it's the Mac Militant. Coming to get it all.
This was Rodney Mack's music originally, right? Is that why that it's just, I don't know.
Feel the pain that I try to contain. My heart is black.
Take a ball.
I'm gonna gargle your piss.
If they haven't already, I hope that they eventually learn that they need to stop referring to Tyler Bate as the big, strong boy. Now that he's on the main roster. It doesn't work. It's terrible. I know they've been doing it. They need to stop. It's so fucking like it just makes him sound like a fucking loser.
I don't care what y'all say.
It's time to rock and roll.
Maybe it's both the same, huh? I guess that's.
Time to play the game. On your knees, dog. Time to play the game. On your knees, dog. On your knees, dog.
Should have gone with the other. Should have gone with the other one for one of these. I guess. Oh wait, maybe it doesn't make sense for them to do it, but for the timing. But like, who the fuck is this guy? Okay, he's the Italian man on NXT. I've heard of him. Yeah, Umaga, cool. What? Huh. All right. The sad version of this song, I think, is really funny. Get Post Malone to cover this. The sad version of Smoke and Mirrors. Dead Man Walking.
Dead man walking.
You've done it now. You've gone and made up. It's time. It's time. It's Vader time.
You're not going to tell me Wolfgang is a current guy, are you? This feels like I'm looking at him like, was he like on the NWO silver, you know, like what? Like he's not, that's not a, is he an NXT, he's not an NXT guy anymore? They released him? Okay. All right. He just, this dude looks like they like had an idea of let's put some weird low tier WCW guys in the game this year. I'm trying to think like, look, I love Wade Barrett. That original Nexus run was cut off in ways that were, like, frankly, quite embarrassing. If you think back on it, the things they could have done with that faction and the things that they could have made happen with that. Like Wade Barrett was a great talker, like good in the ring, like just a fucking. Like he seems like the thing that they look for when they look for fucking guys to put on top. In so many ways, you know.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
And then, yeah, what? Danielson choked a fucking dude with the ring ropes and got fucking fucked. My wife's running for office, pal. You can't be out there choking people. What a fucking mess. All right. This song's so bad. This is maybe like when you think about the DX theme, this has such a fucking like rough cut version of that. It's so terrible. X-Pac! Let's have a shitty version of the DX theme, and then we're gonna get some X-Pac, suck it over it, and then that'll be good. Yeah, man, Wade Barrett. I mean, he's a great announcer. I think. But I think like, and then the Bad News Barrett stuff was so fucking good too. I don't know, man. Like it's just the missed opportunities with that dude specifically, but also I think that fucking.
Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty.
Like that first kind of Nexus thing was just fucking cool. I don't know. I guess we downloaded some guys, right? These they count these as downloaded guys? Oh wait, custom. That's what they do. Downloaded means DLC. All right. Look, I know anyone can go and create a character, but why would you spend all this time making a Swerve Strickland and they'd be like, he's a 76? A fucking. Oh, 76 means you didn't spend any time on moves? Okay, yeah. It's the default? Okay, Pat says 76 is the default, so. Okay.
Oh yeah, I am pumped for this guy.
For one fall, making his way to the ring from Tacoma,
Washington, weighing in at 239 pounds.
The feeling, the electricity in the arena right now is unlike anything I've ever felt in quite some time. This match is going to be good. You can see exactly why the arena is full here tonight.
Why does he keep announcing his name over and over again? Why does the announcer...
He says it's all about dominance tonight and plans on showing why everyone backstage should be scared.
You know, this person takes some pride in their work, but who could...
Not a great swerve.
You are as gifted in the ring as this performer.
Wow, you are laying it on thick, Saxton. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll hear you when they watch this match 10 times before bed tonight.
Also, like, three-man booth for the video game, a bit much. Byron Saxton, I'm a fan, but...
The WWE Universe just exploded!
And his opponent from London, England, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Assassin, Will Allen.
The WWE Universe has been counting the days, hours, and minutes for this match to start. The countdown is almost over.
Because these entrances take forever. I wonder if that's availability, if that's like a thing of just like...
Strong reaction from the WWE Universe, and it will only
I'm trying to think, did they do... Was that a commentary team for a while? Byron Saxton, Michael Cole, and Corey Graves? Is that why they put all three of them together? Because that was accurate at the time they had to make that decision? Or... Yeah, I guess they did, didn't... Yeah. That was Raw? Yeah. I guess it'll, you know, the
And here we have a superstar who's been grinding his teeth at the Performance Center as of late.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting to see. Well, it will be at some point. Like, what does the next game look like?
He never has been, and that dedication is what puts him in position to win tonight.
And he is up against someone who is determined to get the win here, no matter what.
As both men should be, Saxton. If you're not trying to win, you're not trying. Period.
I played through the tutorial and I've already forgotten how to play this game.
Big uppercut.
Cut off with a kick to the gut.
Oh, that's a hard kick. He's one step ahead there.
But you got to guess that, you know, there's an availability thing as well with announcers. Like, you know, I think if they wanted to get what they probably view as like the best...
Hands outside, countouts legal in this match.
The best duo,
Heavy body shot and an uppercut.
you'd probably go for like, what, Cole and McAfee, I guess.
Go behind, applied, taken down, and then...
And a nasty heel kick right to the face.
But like, yeah, the availability of both of those guys. I mean, Pat McAfee's doing all his other shit.
Vicious right forearm.
And, you know, Michael Cole is not exactly constantly available.
Position. But right hands create separation and an escape.
Man, this is, yeah. I wonder if this is a case of, like, I'm playing a character with the default moveset and I'm not great at the game. Probably all of it contributing, but, like, I feel like I'm just getting fucked up.
Getting back into the ring.
What was that? Was that AI Michael Cole? Is that like, are they just using lines from like years ago?
And it's reverse pain for that. Boom, what impact.
Man, what a palm strike.
For some reason, it's not showing the button icon in that little circle anymore. It did. It was when I was playing it Monday night. A lot of this commentary is years old, huh? Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't know. I get why you do that, because how much of it really changes year to year.
He thought he had it.
But
Oh my goodness.
And repeated impacts like that will weaken you
I guess the thing, like I feel like WWE has changed mostly for the better, like kind of, especially in the commentary department, relatively recently, let's say. And so I get why I wouldn't be represented in this year's game, but like in some ways that makes like this game feels even older. Like I can't. Okay, it's not drawing the. It's not drawing the thing I'm supposed to press there. So it's up on the right stick.
Perfect time to attack when his guard is down. Again! Good night. Booker stole from Rock.
Catches the leg.
Oh, not everyone can do that.
Counters that.
Does he get him here?
I'm just trying to pin because I kind of don't. Like, I want to try a different match.
Just one final blow away from not kicking out next time.
So yeah, like that would be interesting. You know, like there's a real opportunity for
And that failed to hit the mark.
for 2K to have like a dramatically different sounding game next year.
He steers clear of contact. Oof. Lands the haymaker.
Right. Okay. So it's just right bumper to do the carry. Okay. But like you do different buttons with it to.
These men have shown no indication of staying
Okay. Well, I guess I already had hit that, huh?
Their fire won't allow them to give up. Couple of jabs. Wind up and dropped.
Look out! Oh, slingshot to the outside with a clothesline.
Conceptually weird move. Dive out, land on your feet, and then do a clothesline. Some real wrestling logic type shit of like, oh my god, that's way more. Oh god.
Side of the face.
That's Swerve's move.
Arm wringer applied into the top wrist lock. Full control now.
They're going to have to try to fight out of this. Body shots connecting.
Watch out! They're coming towards the announce desk.
What the hell are you doing, Byron?
What a shot.
Talk about discipline. We got a cover.
That's right. Slammed your arm on the canvas, and now we're going for the pin.
And he fights it off.
A long 2.5 in the waning moments of this match.
The close of this match is just ahead.
Maybe just stay down, man. You've done enough. Way to steer clear.
I think the other thing I'd say is, it's kind of the thing about this game every year is that because a lot of the animations are sequences of animations, like sometimes there is a real thing of like, I don't know if I'm playing or not. Or if this is like a canon, like, do I have an opportunity to kick out of this thing, or is it just now I'm just kind of screwed? Oh, geez.
There's two. One just barely making it out.
And he is incredulous after the kick out. Almost lost to his own.
Taking their opponent all the way up with the Canadian rocking down with a DDT.
No man does that better. Looking for the victory.
Oh, that's hard.
Raise the roof. He's got the victory. Here is your winner. Assassin Will Outlaw. They just won a very important match.
You can tell this guy was fired up from the moment the bell rang.
He definitely had the motivational advantage in this match.
I don't know that I'd call that a 4-star match, personally. Also, I think the way they put stars on the matches is super weird. Like, if you really sit and think about it, like, oh, should we try the created CM Punk? Let's try that. It's the match you could have had.
And here comes one of my favorites.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 228 pounds, CM Punk.
All these superstars come into this
All right,
match
so they've got like a generic created. That's okay. That's really good
Wait to
there.
see what unfolds.
Fucking broke his ankle walking to the ring. Match is called off. Sorry, folks. I feel like they could have just put his music. Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe they pay more for it that way. I say they could have just put his music in the game for created characters, and at least had that in there from the get-go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's done his
But I suppose they just want people to buy the DLC. If you want a real CM Punk, buy the DLC.
Making a mistake.
Now, I doubt they did this, but you know what would have been cool? I guess he doesn't really do that when he's coming out to wrestle. I was going to say if they had him come out in like different clothes every single fucking time. And it just like, the more you played the game, it'd be like the PlayStation 2 startup screen, like more blocks as you play more games, except the more Seth Rollins you play, the more ridiculous his outfit becomes.
He's held the Intercontinental, the
Hair not looking great.
WWE and the Universal titles each on multiple occasions.
Truly one of the greats of the era.
Nope. Does Seth Rollins' hair in real life look great? Maybe that's the question we should be asking. We'll pick Triple H. We'll pick old Triple H and get a. Well, no, there's no Triple H with hair in here. It's both.
Yeah, but
It's both like bald era Triple H, right? The 08 one has. Okay, all right. We'll check.
And the bell rings for this non-title match.
Yes, non-title, but that does not change the fact that depending on the outcome, it could very easily lead to a title shot down the line.
It's a disrespectful early pin.
Kicks out on the pinfall attempt.
I didn't think this match was close to over.
Just like that, Rollins dodges. Oh, painful gutbuster.
He's got him scouted.
Vicious right forearm.
What a counter by Rollins. And he'll leave the ring for this next stretch. Oh my God. Producing a trampling. Oh no. I got right to the gut.
Brutal.
Measured stomp right.
See, like, I'm not playing anymore over there. You know, like, I hit the button to start that animation, and then he backs up and does it, which is great because it makes the animations look better. But like, when you're kind of coming to the game new, it's like it's this feeling of like I'm not. Am I controlling this game? Like, what the fuck is like? It's a weird feel, man.
But it can also be meant to antagonize. Could be a method of luring your opponent into a mistake.
Here's a cover.
Oh.
Good officiating there. Referee seeing him the ropes and breaking the count.
There's a special word that I can't say on air for that type of slap.
Hey, keep things T for team, Corey.
That's Not especially funny.
Rollins. Suplexes, slams, and bombs are all painful, but being slapped like that is humiliating.
You would know, Saxton.
Fought off with an elbow.
Yeah, it feels like there's just not a lot of Michael Cole here.
Suplex. No. Wiggles free. From behind. Chop block.
That's a good question. If we play this game in other regions, does he say keep it Peggy 15 or whatever it is?
He's heading to the floor, but he can't take his time.
He'll take things into the ring.
Like the
Oh, that didn't go as Seth designed.
a lot, and the audio quality on the Michael Cole lines are super weird too. Like it doesn't sound good. Busted him open.
Double underhook. Here it comes.
We're going to end this emphatically. What a pedigree.
Early kick out, referee right on top of the action.
This isn't even close to over.
What an axe handle.
He's starting
Okay,
to
so we
struggle here.
grapple, then we hit
You
right
can't
bumper.
count anyone out yet.
No?
This
Okay.
match could still go
I thought that lifted
either
him up.
way.
Oh, what a high kick.
Great trouble here. Can he get it fully locked in?
Well, that's fucked. Like that's a bug. Now I'm supposed to be able to see the button there, so I know what to press to get the submission in. But because the button prompt isn't showing up,
Big air. Stop. Shoulders down.
I literally can't fucking do it.
Shoulders down.
That's a cool bug.
And a kick out. What on earth? I'm
Mystery
absolutely
mode.
Stunned. A display of near superhuman resilience.
After seeing that, it's hard to imagine what it's going to take to keep this competitor down.
And Rollins not handling this well. That was it, for all he knew. But it wasn't. A kick out at 2.
What do you have to do to put this guy away? Rollins dead to rights, in desperate need of...
Oh, it's not going to be pretty.
Go to sleep. GTS.
Night, night.
Is there any fight left in Rollins?
Oh, not yet. They just got the shoulder up.
Amazing resilience on display from Seth Rollins.
How did Rollins kick out?
Does the crowd still do the too sweet thing on 2 kickouts? I figure they do, because
Get back here.
because that sucks.
Leg Larry. He's got him in the crosshairs.
If it sucks, you can guarantee the crowd is still doing it. Oh God.
Reversal. Can they go on the attack?
Vicious knee.
He's absorbing some tough hits now.
Typical crafty offense from Rollins as this match goes on.
And these guys are trying to prove they belong in the main event, that they are on top of the mountain here.
That's right. Champion Seth Rollins is trying to prove he belongs in the main event. Great, astute commentary.
Jumping knee strike. Lights out.
He's staring his opponent down, getting into that zone.
He's testing fate here, in danger of a countout. He climbs back into the ring just in time.
That was getting close.
Cracked around into a neck breaker.
Picture perfect drop kick.
Oh, look at this. Oh, kicks.
Oh, man. Good grief. Turn your lights out.
That's one of those moves that looks a little more vicious in a game than it does when they really do it. Those tiny little face kicks. They never look. I mean, getting kicked in the face at any velocity sucks, but not a great frame rate on some of that stuff. Oh.
Has him up for the power slam, and still delivers the inverted DDT. Staggering to his feet, but he won't like what's coming.
Let's try this again.
next.
Oh, it's not going to be pretty. Go to sleep, GTS. Night,
great night. Going to be taking that dirt now. 2.
Finally ends it. And all the bloodshed. Perhaps worth it now.
Here is your winner,
Seth Rollins just couldn't pull off the win here tonight.
This is definitely...
How do I do? I feel like this should just be like run at the ropes and hit the button like situationally. But how do I actually? I don't know. Well, we can do this, I guess.
Take off.
Just breaking down the opponent.
Kick right on the ear.
Yeah, these close-ups don't look awesome, like from a frame rate perspective. The crowd loves it. Not a terrible CM Punk for a user created for a game that's going to have a real CM Punk later. Like, it seems like they put the parts in there for you to kind of do what you need to do now if you need to. I don't know, man. Who else? What do we got arena-wise? There's a lot of stuff in it. The thing I'll give him, man, there's a lot of fucking shit in here. There's so much. One Night Stand 2006, for example.
X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she shake it make me wanna get all in the booty, yo. Top stressing videos. While up in my flick like we up in the freak.
It's a 90.
Make you feel it all in your toes.
I think that they should not have stats in these games because the like fantasy of wrestling is kind of, I don't know. It's just a weird. It's always just such a strange. Is Hurricane in the? You might have to unlock Hurricane in the. His music's in there. Is that going to be under H? Let's look. Yeah. All right. Yeah. The Extreme Rules match you've been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, the social media...
Do wrestlers complain about their stats the way football and soccer players do? This year, it feels like there was a concerted effort on everyone's part to deliberately complain about them on social media, and they showed the ratings on screen, on TV and stuff when wrestlers would come out. Like, this year they made a much bigger deal of that shit in a way that feels very like marketing driven. and they're probably smart to do it.
Imagine the aptitude Logan Paul has for sports entertainment.
We've seen Logan Paul take on the top names in boxing. We've seen Logan Paul take on the top names in WWE. Logan Paul is clearly fearless.
ECW original Logan Paul.
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
Did someone call for a superhero?
And his opponent, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Hurricane.
Not to be taken lightly.
Better be careful,
What button
Seth.
gets
You
out
might
of the
be
ring?
mistaken for a
Logan
jump
Paul
start in the
asks.
action. They always say to have eyes in the back
That's
of your
extreme.
head.
That's
Looks
fucking
like this
extreme
time
right there.
the eyes are open, Michael. Plenty of ways to get creative. Up on the
Logan Paul is the
entrance
Tommy
area.
Dreamer of his
Also
era.
plenty of ways to get yourself seriously hurt.
Referee signals for the bell, and we are finally underway.
These superstars are seeing red right now, gentlemen.
Three amigos.
Shots to the body. Heavy hands.
Oh, what an intense striking combination.
This is a pretty dangerous place to fight.
I hit him so hard. Oh, wait, I'm not controlling the game anymore. That was.
So much could go wrong very quickly.
Why did the spotlight go out and then come back on? What is happening here?
To win a no DQ match.
Well, I'd stash some kendo sticks beforehand. Maybe have a buddy waiting to give me a much-needed hand. Maybe throw Saxton like a fastball special. That's the beauty of a no disqualification match. You can do all that and not get dinged. The sky is the limit.
Oh, look at this. Oh, kicks. Oh, man.
Wiggle leg.
Turn your lights out.
There are a lot of ways this can go.
Like there's that one lady there that is looking at the action, but almost by accident, everyone else is staring at the ring.
About this superhero posing he's doing.
He moves, but can he capitalize?
Hurricane Rana.
Unbelievable athleticism. That maneuver goes to show you how much speed kills.
And now thrown back into the ring, looking for something, anything under the ring.
How do I do a suicide dive?
He's got one thing on his mind.
I feel like that's the.
And it has nothing to do with lounging. Big clothesline.
Facebuster.
And I guess superheroes can bleed, guys. Look at Hurricane.
Into the pin attempt.
I did not mean to pin there, but okay.
These men knew this match was going to be hard fought.
Pose attack gets reversed.
I can't believe that the button icons are broken. Like, what a thing to be broken. Like, for a lot of these counters, it's just the Y button, or the, triangle on the controller I have, but it's just the Y button. But, like... How do I grab the chair?
Measuring. Face stop.
Logan is sustaining the attack.
It's certainly a
Is it left bumper? It's not. Is it right bumper? No. Is it right trick? No. Is it a direction on the D-pad, maybe? I would think it would be maybe the grab button. I'm hitting the grapple button near...
Up and around, down with a tilt-the-world backbreaker. What a splash!
That'll bust up your insides. Logan Paul going up top.
Taking flight. Oh, and he does it.
Good God, man.
Landing on the spine.
Hits him with a gut-wrench suplex.
What impact!
Saving us from having to sit through that.
DDT! Spiked them. Up the turnbuckles.
What's he gonna do? Up high.
Cross body. You can't take much more of this.
This has just been an absolute massacre.
Doing this again, huh?
And he hit the Three Amigos. He leaves the ring, and there's no countouts in this one. And he's taking this to the outside now.
No.
And this one might be headed ringside.
No.
And he has free reign to the outside with no countouts to worry about.
Okay.
And he gets sent back into the ring. No clue what he hopes to find down there.
A table. And guys, I don't think there will be any place settings.
Hold right trigger and left bumper. What? Why is that the button combo to get under the ring? What a weird...
Unbelievable athleticism.
So is that gonna? Got a baby looking at me through the window again.
The Hurricane is in big jeopardy here.
Big smiler, this baby. Oh.
Had that well scouted. And now gets tossed into the ring. Hurricane. Setting him up.
Vertebreaker. Hurricane got it. Can he end it?
Makes the cover. He kicks out with force.
He didn't even let the ref start the count.
As close as it.
Dirty move paybacks. Right trigger and Y. Activate the dirty move timer. And then you can do it again. We've got to pop our dirty move stock.
There's the Hurricane and got to be focused on keeping control of this match.
Takedown. Helicopter spin.
Good
This is
God, man.
ridiculous. This is insulting.
This is entertaining.
The brutality.
Moves outside. What's the plan here?
He's got a sledgehammer. Oh, man. This is not going to end well.
There we go.
Into the ring again.
Not disturbing impact.
And Hurricane expected that.
Oh, man.
Escape just in time.
I do like that even though this is a video game, they still use the sledgehammer in the weird, like, safe way that the Triple H did. Don't swing it and just hit him in the fucking head. Don't kill the guy.
This is just getting uncomfortable at this point. This has to be stopped. The cumulative damage here is going to have long-term effects.
Any more hits in that area could leave him dizzy. Hurricane! Oh, the Hurricane!
And that's a hurricane maneuver right there.
I always thought this guy was delusional, but he just might pull.
Uh-oh. Going for the run. Choke slam. Will Paul recover? Try and end it.
What? You gotta be kidding me. What just happened?
I don't know, but I think it just blew the roof off this arena.
As close as it was, the Hurricane got to be focused on keeping control of this match. Look at this!
Oh, God! A huge miss. There's bad timing. And then
I shouldn't use my finisher out here because I can't pin him, right?
Logan Paul has him on Dream Street.
It's not a falls count anywhere.
Coming back in the ring.
What would Botchamania DLC look like?
He'll head to the ring.
It'd be a bicycle. It'd be bicycle DLC.
Chair shot delivered. Everyone is on their feet in this building.
Absolutely showing the respect for all the exertion these athletes are putting each other through.
Tough position to be caught in here.
Like, what is...
Right to the throat.
Yeah, yes, none of the tables break.
Not going to back down.
Not allowed.
That's a good, yeah.
Made famous by the Miz.
Here he goes for the win.
Fuck it.
They close it out.
And Logan Paul gets the win. Here is your winner, Logan Paul. The Hurricane comes out on the losing end.
Logan Paul only continues to impress the WWE.
Like, I want to
universe
jump
with
out
his
of the
athletic
ring
ability.
and put the chair on my chest and land on him with the chair. That's what I want to do. How do I do that? Just going to beat this guy until we get a 5-star match.
Strong
Well, we post-matched our way up to 4.5 stars. Instant classic. There it is. What else do we got rules-wise? Guest referee. Okay, so we have extreme rules and we have no holds barred. What's the... Is it just that, hey, like, this mode has fewer weapons under the ring, maybe? SmackDown 2000. Oh, it has the fist, right? Yeah, they've had that for a while, I think. Let's do... Yeah, referee attire, of course. I mean... What's a feud so crazy that they need a special guest referee? Someone who's not going to take any shit. You want, okay, you want area appropriate? Okay, yeah, all right, we'll do a... Why not? Something resembling era appropriate, I suppose. Let's do 94, Sean. No, we want current. We want current Shawn Michaels. His current look is so good. All right. These images with like different levels of lighting and all this, it's there's such an amazing like Photoshop team, like the people putting together posters and stuff like that at WWE. They're like, you think they could try to get some of their time to just brush up some of these images, or I don't know. Who cares? Like it's all such minor polish stuff, I guess. See, I feel like you should be wearing a ref shirt but still trunks. I don't think you should be wearing the ref pants. There's something about Stone Cold wearing pants that I find really unsettling.
DTA. Don't trust anybody. Yeah, Steve is so chaotic. He can never choose a side. He can never choose an ally. So he's basically the perfect official.
But yeah, I don't know, man. You know, it's someone who's been watching wrestling for such a long fucking time at this point. It's great that all this stuff is in here. There's so many weird things you can just do. It's a damn shame the game isn't better, you know? Like, it's such a fun toolbox Though, you know, the missing story creator is such a huge omission year in, year out, as we were talking about on the podcast yesterday.
When he faces the Hitman.
Everyone's favorite Shawn Michaels attire.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
And his opponent, representing the Heart Foundation from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bret the Hitman Hart.
I gotta say, guys, it is an absolute honor to be here ringside to call a match featuring the excellence of execution.
So this one doesn't have a year attached to it, so it's just like, I mean, it's not current Bret Hart, obviously.
The only thing you've ever excelled at is being subpar. I have the utmost respect for Bret Hart, but I don't appreciate the fact that he seems to not believe that people still respect him the way they have over the last 10 years.
This is one of the most...
Okay. This includes pin counts, submission checks. You have full discretion to enforce these rules, but WWE will be watching closely and may replace you if you fail to perform your duties. Anytime you can warn a superstar by pressing X, call rope breaks, check pins. Okay. You may exit referee mode by pressing this button, which allows you to perform standard superstar. Okay, so if I want to hit anybody, then we hit the select button, I guess. Okay. If the meter depletes completely, a new official will be sent in to replace you. This can be turned off by turning off the referee meter. Yeah, of course. Who would want this? Who would want a referee meter?
Elevates his shoulder ahead of the count.
It is going to take a lot more to keep him down.
Oh, with authority. Elbow drop.
Piercing. My, oh my, what elevation.
Escapes in a nick of time. He's back into the ring. Closed fist connects. Two of the most decorated and revered competitors in WWE history. His shoulders are down. And he gets the shoulder up before two.
Okay, I didn't know what the buttons were.
Off that pin, blatant slow count.
But that serve is a reminder that you don't become a superstar because you're good at counting.
Nice suplex.
And into the cover. That was far from a fair count.
Shawn wins.
Someone needs to fix what just happened. Here it is.
I got an achievement. As the special guest referee, end the match via pinfall with a fast count.
Would not be denied.
Eat shit, Bret Hart. See, that's cool. There's like cool, weird shit in here. Oh, man, that is, they did actually, they did name it, Where Is That Referee? Like that, I was like, that actually is a, I guess they can't go and name an achievement that referee was trying to fuck on me. See, like that, that's the, like, it's kind of the ultimately frustrating thing about these games every year is there's stuff that would be super fun to do and poke around at and so on. They'd make such great video packages. The WWE has always been so good at that shit when it comes to like presenting their history, or like, you know, whatever the accepted version of their history is at the given moment. And they're so good at doing all of that stuff. But like, there's just a gameplay gap, I think. I don't know. Like, I don't necessarily want to do the part where you fight. Like, that part is not that fun. It never feels intuitive. It always feels like a bunch of complicated, like, I gotta hold down this and do this, and because there's so many things they're trying to represent and give you control of. That it's, you know, it's difficult to represent all of that stuff, you know?
You just hear me singing the song. You think that's okay? You just sing along. You just copy everything we do. If I wasn't me, I copy me too. You just copy everything we do. If I wasn't me, I copy me too.
Oh, I guess let's see Cody Rhodes. What is this facial change? It's like, oh, I lost. I'm gonna win. Oh no.
Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo.
Yeah, let's look at Triple H's hair. Yeah, see, we don't. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So 08. That's a.
Look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she shake it make me want to get all in the booty, yo. Top mistress videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak.
The American Nightmare.
I don't think Cody Rhodes is boring per se. I think he's a really cheesy, like, just everything from the neck tattoo to wrestling has more than one royal family. It's just such a, it's earnest. And that's the role he's playing, so I think it works fine.
Making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia.
I think he plays his role incredibly well. But yeah, him walking around in suits and being like, "What do you want to talk about?" It's.
We've seen this man face adversity before, but this could be his toughest challenge yet.
It is not super engaging.
In an ambulance match, besides getting your opponent in the vehicle and shutting the door. Let's see if he can take advantage of this match's extreme nature and do whatever it takes to win.
He fights every night to make his family, make his father proud.
Well, I think they'll be even prouder after his match tonight.
Also, I would say the WWE needed him at the time, that when he came back and like the role they put him into and everything, they needed a guy like that. They still need a guy like that. And I think that he plugged a gap they had in their roster really well, like near the top of the card, or at the top of the card. But
The cerebral assassin, ready to engage in warfare.
This is gonna be good.
not. Yeah, you know, it has that flat, like, here's this flat 2D thing we laid onto his head and it kind of moves around and just hair, man. But like, wrestler hair is hard because you need to represent it two ways. You need your backstage hair like dry hair, and then you need your fucking creepy wet look that everyone goes for when they're working. Like the disturbing wet hair of all wrestlers. And why, I don't know why it looks so shitty. Everyone looks so shitty with their long wet hair. Yeah, AJ gets it. AJ Styles gets it. He knows.
He must be prepared for battle against one of the toughest competitors in all of sports entertainment.
And if he is, it'll be one of the most memorable moments in his entire career.
AJ Styles should have a title belt. Well, one, like he should have another run. Bring him from one end of the flat earth to the other with the belt one more time.
The following contest is an ambulance match. There are no pinfalls, submissions, disqualifications, or countouts. The only way to win is for a superstar to force their opponent into the ambulance by any means necessary. After closing both doors, the remaining superstar will be declared the winner. Now,
The flat earth community.
let the match begin.
I would, the licensing and getting all the characters, the right people in the game and everything would take too much work for anyone to reasonably do, and also the user interest in it probably gets a little bit lower by the year. But I would love to see a fucking like WCW showcase mode. I know they've done little bits and pieces of WCW stuff, but like reliving the fucking downfall of WCW on a week-to-week basis of just like, that's the wall, brother. Like all of the fucking worst shit. Like just all of the dumbest moments they've had.
Oh, this is just too far. Get some control in there.
Get the fucking Kiss Demon in there and like all that garbage. I think would be so much fun. Yeah, RoboCop, sure, go all the way back, man. Like, do Shockmaster if you like do.
Thrown back in under the ropes.
Put Glacier in this game. Put fucking Van Hammer in this game.
Sledgehammer many times before, and it has never been a pretty sight. Pulled back into the hip toss.
Not the prettiest thing you'll ever
Nope,
see,
that's
but
not.
it sure looks
No, okay.
Oh my gosh! Oh, dropping the bow.
It appears the
Where's
game might have to think
where's
of a
El
different plan
Dandy?
after that. Corey, what kind of thoughts are circulating through the minds of these competitors right now, or has all thinking gone right out the window?
Oh, tell the truth, Cole. If a rivalry gets to an ambulance match, that tends to mean there's a lot of bad blood swirling around. All rational thought leaves the building, and instead something more primal takes over. That's what's happening right now.
And Rhodes continuing his charge.
There's incredible impact with every maneuver.
Way too.
They never make those trajectories look right. They still don't.
Right there. Taking a look inside the ambulance. Now has to think of a way to get their opponent into it.
Just mounted with punches and a stop to the gut too. The game is one step ahead. Oh, right in the jaw. Oh, caught him. Wait a minute.
Yeah, have a little bit of this for you.
Game over.
Cody Rhodes having his way with the King of Kings.
Cody looking to bash the King of Kings throne for good.
Cody nails the crossroads.
He might have just bought himself the time he needs to carry his opponent into that ambulance. Neckbreaker.
The game in bad shape right now.
So
Cody
I
just
can't, don't, like
relentlessly
it's,
going after the game.
so we grab and then right bumper. There we go.
Held in a perilous position.
And launched into the back of the ambulance. That's not where this superstar wants to be right now.
This is
Oh, yeah, great. I don't know what button they want.
one more door to end this carnage.
Pushing
Great,
with
great. I don't know what,
everything.
like the button's invisible. The button's fucking invisible. This broken ass video game.
Miraculous.
Strong impact from Triple H.
He can't take it.
Cody Rhodes hooks him up.
Crossroads.
Medical attention might be needed after that move, and luckily there's an ambulance nearby.
Not really what I was hoping for there. Oh, hey.
Where's he going? I can't imagine what he's thinking about.
This is fun. That's cool that you can do this.
Perched on top of the ambulance now. He's got something big in mind. Cody Rhodes laying down the gauntlet to his opponent.
My goodness, he's up there. This can only get worse.
You gotta be kidding me. Soon enough, they're gonna go through the ambulance.
This is less fun
Carefully measured knee.
now that we're up here.
And there is nothing but unforgiving steel on the roof of the ambulance.
This is the viciousness this match brings out in people.
Like, I'm trying to pick him up. They said it was right bumper.
Just mounted with punches and a stop to the gut too.
And I did it once.
Precarious situation up on that ambulance.
Just shows you the lengths these superstars are willing to go to.
Hits to the core like that'll render you useless. All the momentum is swung to Cody Rhodes.
Triple H is lacking his trademark intensity. And proving a bit slippery for them there.
A big forearm connects.
Okay, so we'll pick him up to his feet. We'll grapple. We'll hit right bumper. And then that's just doing an Irish.
Finds a counter for Rhodes.
Triple H finally able to...
All right. Everyone look at this. I'm going to run to the restroom. Trap opponent in object. Right trigger, C bottom left. Okay, yeah, finisher. Okay, but dodge climb, pick up object, reversal. From a grab, after grab, carry. Right bumper and right stick to initiate carry. Okay. I was just hitting right bumper. Stupid me.
That incoming offense.
You can't push the game that far without getting some retaliation.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
This is as reckless as it gets.
Okay, we'll pick him up. We'll hit B. We'll hit the right stick and this. Is that? No? Okay. That did whatever I...
Counters. This could be an opportunity.
Triple H even more determined than ever now.
Cody retaliates. what to do next.
Don't do this. Oh my gosh, I've seen it. No way. Whoa, look at
There. That's all I wanted to do.
On the line, using everything to your advantage, even your own body.
Great strength being shown here.
Powerbombed into the back of the ambulance.
He's focused on breaking down his opponent's.
Dude, I'm never going to be able to win because this is broken.
First door.
Oh, what a powerhouse collision here.
I'm just going to have to mash all 4 buttons and hope for the best, but I don't think... This is stupid.
Surviving the shut-in door and escaping the ambulance.
And the match continues. Oh, he knew what was coming. Has the game squarely in his sights. What's in store for Triple H?
Good golly! Caught by surprise with that clothesline. Oh, taking it. Triple H has him set up.
Triple H pedigree!
He has to.
And now he'll put me in and probably win because I fucking can't do the buttons because it's broken. Because the game is broken. What a cool thing. Must feel awesome to, like, buy this game for, you know, the $100 plus or whatever it costs to play it 3 days early.
Suplex. Both men are battered, bruised, and driven by greatness to fight on.
The
Driven by
game and
greatness.
Rose are showing a level of determination we've
Okay.
never seen. Ambulance doors are open. Gotta wake up now before it's too late.
And Cody didn't see that coming.
Counters right into the swift chop block.
Setting up for something here. Powerbomb right into the ambulance. Can you believe it?
Desperately trying to close the first of 2 doors.
Yeah, can they get it done? Halfway there.
Like, I think if I push the wrong button, it locks me out of pushing the right button. So it's like I can't even mash all 4 buttons to do this.
What resolve.
Like, it's just broken.
And this might not have a pleasant ending.
And now, like, I'm not going to be able to get out of this because, for the same reason,
Trying to force the first door closed.
like, like, I can't fucking...
Pushing with
Oh, I guess the right button there for a sec.
Come on, shut the thing, win the thing, come on.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't. Yeah, it's fucked. I could have used resiliency or whatever to, like, force my way out, but why bother? Like, it's broken. The game's fucking broken.
Here is your winner, Triple H.
As the ambulance heads out in the arena, what
I was able to throw him off the ambulance, though, and that's cool. I don't know.
But they not only survived this ambulance match, they thrived in it.
Has the Brooklyn Brawler ever been in a game? Yeah. Brooklyn Brawler's been in... They put him in... Yes, they've put him in there at some point. And when I powerbombed him into the ambulance, yeah, that was neat too. You're right. I don't know. There's very shiny looking ambulance. What are you going to do? So does this let you play through it in... Like, do I have to...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WrestleMania.
Nobody knew exactly what to expect on March 31st, 1985. On this night, the industry stopped and held its collective breath. Would WrestleMania live up to the hype? Would sports entertainment, the flawless mixing of WWE superstars with other celebrities from music, film, and sport, prove to be a hit with the fans? Every man and woman who laced up.
Are there people that... I don't want to be a...
Knowing that
I wanna be a
they would
dick.
sink or swim as the event did. With over 19,000 people in the
Are there people out there that
legendary
really
arena
like
that
Corey
night,
Graves?
this would be
That are just like, man, he's doing a bang up. What a great... He's doing a great job. They must all work at WWE, right?
Lucky for all of us, it was a success.
Like he's not terrible at this.
The quintessential event of the year in sports entertainment.
He's not terrible at commentary. There's just something about him in these stand-up roles specifically.
Every record broken. And it's a destination.
Maybe it's just like Corey Graves off a teleprompter, you know? Like, just, this doesn't work for me. Like, him doing commentary week in, week out, he's fine. He's totally fine. But there's just... Yeah, I don't know. And he's deliberately, you know, I don't know. He's...
But for some reason, nothing can compare to
that's the point, right? He's not supposed to be the good guy announcer. Though these days, with all the shuffling they've done of announcers and all that other stuff, I guess he is in more of a generic role now.
With people traveling from all over the world to be there. At WrestleMania, one will experience the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. All done in the name of chasing glory. I'm Corey Graves.
Oh.
And I'd like to welcome you to the WWE 2K24 showcase of the Immortals. Here we will spotlight some.
I guess that's the other thing I would say is like on that specific. Are there people who buy this game and get this far into this mode who are just like, who the fuck is this guy? Oh, Corey Graves. Oh, it's Corey Graves. Like, thank you for introducing yourself. Like,
this year, as WrestleMania turns
I don't know.
40, let's look back at the journey to get here together and relive some of the most memorable moments from WrestleMania.
So it's Wednesday. Is tonight? I haven't kept track of who's showing up when, but is this supposed to be the night that Okada shows up in AEW? They're not saving him for Boston, right? Yeah, that's tonight, huh? Crazy. That's the. Is it next week? Or I don't know. Did they say that they were putting him on the show after Revolution? Was that the rumor going around? Oh, so you got to play them in order. I guess that makes sense, right? But we can't even look at the rest of them. I know AEW likes to do its like double debuts and all that other stuff, but yeah, I don't know. You can say whatever you want, Rambo, but the game won't start until you agree to get out of prison and save these POWs. They had to blur out. What was that? The name of the building? Oh, you didn't get Gene Okerlund's. How much do you gotta pay to use Mean Gene's face in a game, man? Too much, apparently.
Los Angeles delivering 3 huge main events. But it would be WrestleMania 3 in 1987 that truly displayed WrestleMania's full potential. And for our first match of the 2K24 showcase of the Immortals, we go into the first verified WrestleMania class.
Not a lot of people know this, but Mean Gene had the original WWF logo tattooed on his face back then. So, you know, what are you gonna do?
Challenger Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Intercontinental champion since February of 1986, Savage tore through anyone who challenged him. That included a successful defense against George the Animal Steele at WrestleMania 2. A clash between Savage and Steamboat during a late 1986 edition of Superstars would see the Macho Man retain via countout, but that wasn't good enough. He would launch a vicious attack on the Dragon after the match, taking him out of action. Savage would attempt to duplicate the attack on Steamboat's friend and former opponent George Steele during the first Saturday night's main event of 1987. Fortunately for the Animal, Ricky would make his well-timed return for the save, leading to the rematch between the two at WrestleMania. What transpired between the two combatants can only be described as art. A
Great fucking match.
High-action classic unfolded in front of 90,000 plus in attendance, with both men coming so very close to victory on a number of occasions. Would Savage be able to turn back the challenge of his angry opponent? Would Ricky Steamboat get revenge? These questions would be answered over the next 15 grueling minutes. And when it was over, everyone in attendance and those watching at home knew they had been a part of something special. The two superstars would forever be etched in history following the match, with Ricky Steamboat finally putting an end to the Macho Man's historic reign.
You can't get too aggressive in there. Dodge, reverse, block, or break 3 of Macho Man's attacks. Taunt Macho Man while you're both in the ring. Weird that these matches have music also. All right, we've completed some objectives. Get Macho Man trapped in the southeast corner. Fuck this, dude. Facing you. And hit him with a huge heavy attack. Okay.
It was all action from the moment the bell rang, and these two didn't give each other a second to
It's like, it's neat that they do this, but like the gameplay, you know, the AI doesn't, like the AI should just let you do that. And maybe he did there. Maybe it did there a little bit.
Was almost uncharacteristic from Steamboat. Was Steamboat too angry? And would that lead him to making a costly mistake? Was Steamboat too focused on hurting Savage and not on winning the match? Had the Dragon taken enough time to recover in the first place, or had he rushed back in the hopes of humiliating the Macho Man under WrestleMania's bright lights? Surely the presence of Miss Elizabeth's
I should watch this match again. It's been a really long time.
The Animal Steel was going to be a distraction to the Macho Man, would look to keep Steel away from his manager at all times. Could Savage shut all that out and lock in on his challenger? Despite the external factors, these two appeared to be firing on all cylinders once they settled in. There was a real sense that this match.
I think Randy Savage, if I had to pick somebody that was like my favorite all time,
captivated by the constant back and forth
all time,
no one really able to maintain any type of control in the early portion of the match.
it's got to be Savage.
The Macho Man appeared almost thankful to get a moment to himself after dumping Steamboat back to the floor, letting you know that Savage understood he was in a fight unlike any other he'd been in before. Things were only getting started.
I can't control him anymore. Oh, he has to go yell at Miss Elizabeth for a while. That's a weird, like the game should do like Nintendo fucking cutscene vignettes, you know? Or something to let you know you are not playing the game anymore. Oh, I got to hold. I tapped, I didn't hold. Oh, brutal. Yeah, there should be, these things should, yeah, these should almost be quick time events or, I don't know, something. Okay, we did that. Okay, no additional objective, huh? Okay. How about this then? Oh, good God, no! Hit him with a light combo in the middle of the ring. Like like that stuff should almost be like more prominently displayed or something. I don't know.
The Macho Man was trying everything, and that included fighting dirty. But Steamboat continued to have an answer at every turn. Steamboat's counter wrestling had smothered Savage's offense, and the building frustration was obvious on the face of the Macho Man. In a match this closely contested, one small mistake can be a game changer. And Savage's frustration led to him making a big one, charging at Steamboat only to be backdropped to the floor. Steamboat finally had a huge opportunity to pour on the pressure and put Savage away.
I'm okay. Still not in control. Still can't play the game. Okay. Need to do some kind of top rope dive. And then we need to work a limb, which I'm not immediately sure how to do. No, that's get up on the ropes. Let's get up on the turnbuckle. There we go. Yeah. Wow. The disrespect. No, stupid. Get up on the... Oh, my God. Well, this will work. Three big grounded attacks. Okay, there's one. There's another one. Let's do one more. Okay. Just no sell that punch. I'm taunting over here. Oh, right. I can't. Boy, I hope that... Okay. Trading blows. To perform a strike, hold X and then release it when the meter is in the green zone. This is... Oh, missed it. That missed it again. All right. I guess I should kick his head. His head seems like it's... Well, his head's not a limb. So I gotta pick an arm here and kick the shit out of it, I guess. Irish whip him into the southwest corner. Okay. Oh my God.
Once the referee went down, there was a real sense of panic. Savage quickly hits his flying elbow, but obviously there was no official to count. The Dragon was grounded for now, but there was no way Savage had already put his fire out. After all the two had gone through, how was it going to end?
Get up, whoever you are. Who could this referee be? We'll never know. But I'm told he's got a deal on T-shirts in the parking lot after the show.
Looked to use the ring bell on the fallen dragon, only to be intercepted by George the Animal Steel. Macho Man choosing to retaliate against Steel instead of getting back to Steamboat ultimately ends up being the decision that costs him. A then-record Intercontinental Championship reign comes to a bitter end for Savage, who wasn't thrilled about the manner in which he lost. And Steamboat's counter wrestling remains the key to this match, once again getting him out of trouble and earning him the victory. Hard to feel bad about a guy who tried to use the ring bell.
Yeah, I don't know.
Twice.
Like, I feel like
This match over 35 years later is still a certified classic.
Oh, weird. They don't even use Howard Finkel's. Like, they dubbed new audio for the winner, too. That's weird. Also, I don't get to play the end of the match. Like, I don't get to win the match, which is strange. But, like, okay, you know, hey, like, rights issues, right? I mean, it's a real thing. And they have to figure out.
Long tortured by Randy Savage, both the Dragon and the Animal's elation.
They got to pick their shots. Like, everyone costs money, right? So,
put this match on a loop
and they've, I feel like they've done it for most of their own footage, and they over blur the old logo more than they have to, based on my understanding of the usage rights they do have to that old logo. And I think it's because they blurred it years ago and they don't want to find the old footage and unblur it and blah, 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 blah. And so it's something, it's the same reason why The State isn't available on DVD with its original music, right? Because no one was thinking about usage like this back then. I guess, okay, I did all the objectives. That's cool. I unlocked all these guys that I think I already had unlocked because of the expensive version of the game comes with all that stuff.
California, city of angels. It's gonna be trouble. Right. I've been preaching this all my life, right, bro? Knock the windows. Watch out. There we go.
Okay. I don't know. Oh. I've gotten locked into a menu. There we go. See if anything's been uploaded. Someone out there going like, it's a travesty that the AOP isn't in this game. I'm gonna fix it. It's such a weird, I guess everyone's got to like somebody, right? There's someone out there going like it's a crime. Also, like, yeah, let's get Paul Ellering in here. Sure, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I was just playing, you were all working, I was all playing.
What is that? I don't even want to know. Hashtag Randy Orton. Why? Maybe it's just, is that just Randy Orton with a different hair? I don't know. Everyone's gonna make their own character for their whatever sick needs they have. Forget Matt Too Bad. Where's fucking Chad Too Bad? Where's Tex Ferguson? I guess they did do it. There was a Southpaw pack, and was that a couple of years ago? That they did it was like the very last DLC pack they did or something, right? 2K20, yeah. I never did see how that ended up looking. That's...
X that looking shorty, she a little cutie, the way she shake it make me wanna get all in the booty, top mistress videos while I'm with my freak like we up in the freak.
Like most downloaded and granted we're talking about the number 1 has 1,000 downloads, number 2 has 500, so it's not that many people, but I have to, there is a part of me that is just both on the creation and on the download side, who's out there going I can't believe Karrion Kross isn't up to date. I love that dude. That's how that to me is the weird thing about WWE and WWE fans, I guess. And I guess it's a testament to the brand that WWE has created and whatever else at a certain point. But the idea that Karrion Kross is fucking lame, dude. His whole character, the whole thing is just so fucking... they're doing more with him, and I guess, right now is maybe, the best time he's had it as a part of the company. We'll see, I guess. But it's just been such a... John Carbuncle actually has it right. Somebody that upset about Karrion Kross not being in there seems like the type of person to waste $140. Yeah, sure. Sure. Yeah. I guess so. But it's just such and maybe they think oh, that'll get a lot of down, and he was right, it's the number 3 download, but maybe they're just this is a hole in the game that I can fix, and I can rank up my creator profile and get a lot of downloads if I have the best Karrion Kross or whatever. And it's just I don't know. It's just it's a weird, but everyone's got their own fans, right? I have people on the roster that I like and people on the roster that I'm indifferent about and so on and so forth. And I guess everyone has their own mix of that. But I just with the way Karrion Kross has been positioned, it's hard to imagine someone being yes, love that fucking dude. He stuck it to Rey Mysterio. That hourglass is sick. It just it's such a dumb fucking... It was such a dumb thing. I mean, they put Paul Ellering with him, and then they barely let him talk, and it's why are you... Why do that, man? The AOP stuff is just... I mean, I don't know. It's, at least they're trying something. I guess that's all that matters, right? Is it at least they're continuing to try and continuing to try to evolve things, and maybe this will get... if we... put these guys with him, at least he'll have a faction, and then we can put him with Lashley. We'll get some other guys to be with Lashley, and we'll do something. We'll do something. So that's the thing I've kind of come to. I don't know, man. I think I'm kind of getting back into this mode now where I think I need to stop reading any reporting about wrestling, or I guess not even that. It's specifically online opinions about wrestling. It's poisonous. It doesn't. You don't enjoy the show more by reading a bunch of people saying all that stuff, and and here I am talking about it online, so I'm contributing to the issue, I suppose, but you know, it's I look at the wrestling subreddit from time to time, and other pockets of wrestling discuss. I like to have like wrestling discussion with people and stuff like that sometimes. But in fact, I think Glenn and I are going to get together and do some wrestling talking perhaps later in the week here because of the release. He's been playing this game as well. I want to get his thoughts on it as someone who, I don't know, like he's on, I think, multiple wrestling podcasts now, and I'm kind of, I want to see what he has to say about it all, because he's a big NXT guy on top of that, which I can't even fathom. Yeah, I don't know, like it's that stuff. It's the curse of the Monday Night Wars, the like long lasting, like the long shadow that was cast back then in the days when WCW was ascendant and the NWO was just getting started. That was also the time that myself and I think a lot of other people at the time started turning to online publications, and reading more and more about the behind the scenes wrestling stuff. And it was exciting at the time because with the NWO angle, they were bringing in new guys all the time. And so there was always talk about like who's going to be the next guy in NWO. And past 7 or 8, that became a parody of itself, right? But in those early days, the talk about like, oh man, Waltman's contract is coming up and this is happening, and reading those websites to kind of get the scoop on that stuff back in the day, your onewrestling.coms and such, that helped me get back into wrestling. Like the NWO angle was the thing that got me back into wrestling after years of not giving a shit about it. Like the whole new generation era of WWF was so fucking terrible that like by the time I entered I think it was like when I went from age 15 to age 16, I was done. And so that was like basically from 91 to 92 or 90 to 91. Me and my friend Wes went to a house show in Oakland, and The Undertaker was on the card, and that's all I remember about it. And then, like, not long after that, I completely checked out of all of it. I don't know, like, I was just like, ah, fuck this stuff. Like, I think it was that Wes and I didn't hang out as much. We got in a car crash. I crashed my car, and Wes was in the passenger seat, and we didn't hang out quite as much after that. But yeah, anyway, and like he was like the one friend I had that was like my wrestling friend or whatever. So maybe that is what happened. Is that I just didn't have anyone to watch wrestling with for a good chunk of time there. And then when the NWO stuff, I forget how it happened. I forget how I got back into it. I think it was because I was, I had started reviewing video games. And so I was reviewing a lot of wrestling games, and maybe that kind of dragged me back into it a little bit. When that stuff was coming out on PlayStation 1 and then, later on N64, I think that's how I kind of sunk back into it. But I became a WCW guy at that point, because of the NWO stuff being so fucking crazy. I wasn't even watching any of the WWF stuff except for some of the pay-per-views, but like I had a box that, descrambled all the pay-per-views. And so I felt like I was making money by watching WWF pay-per-views or watching whatever pay-per-view. I felt like I was coming up ahead. So it was a good use of my time to watch WWF pay-per-views, even though I didn't watch their television at all, because I was like, well, shit, man, it's just there. I could just turn it on and watch it. And so I watched a lot of that stuff through that era. Like I was watching a lot of those In Your Houses and a lot of that stuff, I guess, that they would go on to do. Like I was watching the Owen Hart stuff live when that happened. Well, like I was mostly just into the NWO, and then the NWO thing became so fucking ridiculous that it was just too much to bear. But I watched WCW stuff for a lot longer than made any logical sense. That's for sure. Like I was watching it right up to the end because again, when the pay-per-views are free, you're just like, oh, well, you know, whatever. But at some point, I don't know what eventually kind of got me watching WWF. I don't know what got me to start watching that stuff again. It must have just been like Stone Cold got so fucking hot and it was impossible to ignore. Maybe that was it. But yeah, I don't remember. And then yeah, I think when WCW went under and they bought it and everything, like that's when I really, really, really started watching WWF like consistently, constantly. It wasn't WWE by then, right? That was still, I don't know when they changed, but I've told the story a million times, but the change to WWE was such a weird thing because I found out about it through video games, through press releases. We had our, it was 2002. Yeah. So E3 2002, I guess would have been the time frame. We would get press releases from companies ahead of E3. And so we would do our write-ups before the show even started. We would do like a preliminary write-up based on the press release and say like, this game's going to get announced. And this game's coming soon. And then we would go see them at E3 and write like real hands-on previews at that point. But we kind of had like, here's like the 4 screenshots they put out as well as the name of the game and all that other stuff. And so we split up all the companies and did all our pre-show write-ups and stuff. And I had THQ and they gave us all of this was for like Crush Hour. This was, you know, because that came out early 03. So they were showing it at E3 and they gave me all these press releases for their wrestling games for the year. And they all just said WW. They all just said World Wrestling Crush Hour. And World Wrestling, you know, whatever the other games they were putting out at the time. Because I guess THQ had gotten the memo wrong, or maybe that was a name they were going to go with at some point, or whatever it was. But I called up a guy. This guy is still in PR today. Called him up and said, "What the fuck is with this? What's going on?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, they lost They lost a lawsuit. They lost the rights to use the name. They're changing the name of the company. It's going to be this big storyline that they're going to be doing on television and all this other shit. So we got to the names of everything is changing." And it was like, what the fuck? Like it was just crazy. And so that's how I found out about it. They were just wrong about what the name was going to be. And I don't know if that was something they got from WWE or if they saw the logo with the F shaved off and just went like, I guess it's WW, and didn't really know what they were gonna call it. But yeah, I don't know, man. I watched all of that shit well past the point of it being reasonable to do so. Also, with a lot of the WWE stuff, like I got way into when they brought ECW back. I watched that like damn near religiously, and it was not a great. Like I wasn't there going like, I love this television show. What a great TV show. It was more like there are some people on here that I like watching. And this is where they wrestle now. So I guess if I want to be disappointed by what they're doing with CM Punk, I have to watch the Sci-Fi Network now. And all of that shit. Like I watched all of those shows. I was there sitting in front of my television when the ECW Zombie came out on television. I was there, man. I've seen more Marcus Corvon matches than you've had hot meals, son. I don't know. I was there in the summer of '92 with Kevin Nash. No, I don't know, man. And I don't know now. Like I still watch most of the. I still watch SmackDown and I watch some chunk of Raw. every week. I turn off Raw. That is my rule for myself, is when Raw gets to a point where I look at it and go like, what the fuck am I doing? I turn it off. And sometimes that is 10 minutes in, and sometimes that is 2 hours in. But that show is just, it's too long, and just, I don't know, something about like SmackDown tends to move. You know, it's 2 hours, they get done. Whereas like Raw, they're just like, let's get somebody in the ring and let them talk for a while. And then have, I don't know, 40 minutes of matches that mean jack shit. And I just, it's a lot, man. You know, whereas I feel like all the AEW shows, vital is not the word I would use. I don't know that I would call Rampage a vital television program, but I feel like at its worst, AEW feels like still like, okay, cool. You know, like I come out of even their average show just being like, sure, man. And more often than not, like I just find what they're doing compelling. And it's nice to see them. I'm curious to see what AEW does over the course of this year. You know, like it's that was a very, very great pay-per-view that they just had. And I have my, you know, like Okada. I don't know where that dude fits. I don't know, because like I think that AEW is really good at losing guys. You know, like Jay White's on TV every week, you know, so it's hard to consider him lost, but well, I don't know. The talk was that they're doing Okada and Jay White, right? So if they are going to do that, then I mean Okada's going to win, but like that still could be a great fucking match. I want them to pull the trigger on Jay White in a major way, because I think he's super talented, and but like also like Swerve, you know, there's a lot of guys there that I feel like they have a lot of guys in line that could be a very big deal on top or whatever, right? And so some of those guys get lost in the shuffle, with just, you know, maybe they don't have enough hours of television, or, you know, whatever it is. I don't know, but like that's a crazy thing to say. But Okada coming in, I'm just like, I don't know where he fits long term. Just like with Edge coming in, you're like, okay, he's going to feud with Christian. He's eventually going to come in and win it, probably. And then what? You know, there's a huge roster of guys that he could work with and all this other stuff, but like, you know, it's like, what are you going to do with some of these guys? So yeah, I don't know. Like and I think there are a ton of, like, you know, it's great to see Dark Order on television, but when was the last time they won? God damn it. Those guys are so fucking entertaining. And I would love to see them on television more. And like I'm excited that Orange Cassidy lost the title, because they should do something else with him, or let him cool off and bring him out, you know. Like it feels like that he had a really good run with the title, a lot of good matches in there, but it was just like, that was the storyline, is he defends the belt a lot and gets beat up, and then they finally tell the story of like, oh, he got the shit beat out of him because he's been defending the title so much. I'm like, okay, now what? Like, what's the next thing for him? Do I like Danhausen? Sure. But like Danhausen feels like a character that that doesn't fit. And I think that like their attempts to like, well, let's put Hook with Danhausen. Let's put Hook with Orange Cassidy. Let's put, you know, like some of that stuff has been really weird. I don't know where Danhausen's a great example of like, there's certainly a talented, like an interesting character there, but they haven't really had him wrestle all that much. And so he's not, is he credible in the ring? He's only had a few matches. I know he got injured, but like, I don't know what they do with Danhausen. I don't know where Danhausen fits in the grand scheme of what that show is and what they do with it, you know? And obviously, like, Kenny Omega's out injured and you know, all that other stuff. But I feel like with Kenny Omega, they have not had a really truly a New Japan level Kenny Omega moment in AEW. I don't think any of the stuff that they've done with him, any of the programs he's been in, any of the big matches he's had in AEW have not felt as big as those New Japan matches. Even that last one when he was already a part of AEW, you know, there's like, and so I would love to see him get like the good, proper, big, massive run that he seems like he should have, you know, and so there's that, you know. I don't know, man. I'm whatever. Well, you know, like I said, I'll get with Glenn. We'll have some wrestling talk and some more talk about the game, because I do want to pick Glenn's brain about it, about this year's game, and just kind of see where his head is at, because I'm still just in this mode of trying to wrap my mind around, like, what is it that draws people to the game, and, you know, because like there is a draw there, someone who's, you know, watched a lot of wrestling over the last several decades. I guess the last few decades, if we want to be accurate. Whatever. Like the history, the package is compelling. There's so much in it. But I don't want to play it. Anyway. Look forward to that. That'll probably debut on the Patreon at some point here. Real quick, like. Well, we haven't recorded it or anything, but like I have to get back to him and schedule that. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me here. WWE is out. If you want to, it's too much money. It's too much money. But I guess if you add up the cost of the DLC, it's one of those things where if you break down how much they're charging for the DLC, because the season pass is $40, the WrestleMania pack is $20. So that's already $60 in DLC if we don't include the $15 in Unlock Everything DLC. So I guess that is technically, yeah. So it's basically you're just pre-ordering this DLC and getting the WrestleMania thing for $120. And the game itself is $60, so it adds up. But either way, that's a crazy amount of money. It's a crazy amount of money. You'd think that they could have put more than like 12 original, like the soundtrack curated by Post Malone could have been maybe more than 12 songs. But Posty's a busy man. So what are you going to do? I'll be back on Friday. We'll play some 8-bit Nintendo games. And so on and so forth. So come on through then. And maybe I'll throw one of those, that WCW game on there. Maybe we'll get that in this week. Oof. That fucking thing. Hey, maybe science will say it's the greatest game on the list. I don't know. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see you Friday morning, if not sooner.